Diddy? In trouble again? Man, wasn't that my first thought too? I mean, this is the bad boy himself. Launch Biggie, made Ciroc what it is. This arrest hits different, you know. But you're not here for the gossip rag version, are you? You want the deep dive. Let's go.
You're right, gotta go deeper. What started as a we got him in custody kind of thing. Well, the details, they take a turn, that's for sure.
Understatement of the year. Might be. But look, for anyone who missed it, let's paint the picture. Recent arrest, exact date still kind of murky, location, who knows, honestly. They're playing it close to the vest.
And get this, no charges right away. Just a whole lot of speculation, internet going wild trying to figure it out.
And Diddy pops up online, but no big denial statement. Oh no, we get motivational Diddy. Stay positive, he's saying. Focus on what matters. Like he's trying to zen his way out of this one.
Classic Diddy move, right? But here's the thing. This time, those good vibes are crashing headfirst into some serious accusations. I'm not talking about a parking ticket here. This isn't some DUI getting out of hand.
Because let's face it, for a lot of people, Diddy IS good vibes, right? The music mogul, built bad boy up himself, Ciroc, Sean John. So why should we even care about this arrest? What makes this one different?
It's the legacy, man. That's what makes it hit different. This isn't some, I don't know, flavor of the month celebrity. We're talking Sean Combs.
Launched Biggie, for crying out loud.
Exactly. Shaped the sound of hip-hop, built a fashion empire. He has a certain kind of success story.
Diddy's American dream, almost.
Right, but then you pile on these accusations, that image. Starts getting kind of shaky.
And not just shaky. I'm telling you, when I got my hands on those U.S. attorney statements, this isn't some open and shut case. We're talking multiple victims here. Accusations over, get this, a decade. Talking pattern of abuse, coercion. This is the big leagues now.
And it gets worse. They're throwing around racketeering conspiracy, meaning they think he used his businesses, everything he's built, for illegal stuff. It's not just Diddy the guy anymore. It's Diddy the, system, you know?
Okay, wait, I know what you're thinking. Racketeering sounds like Goodfellas or something. But this is where it gets really wild, okay? Because at the center of it all, sex trafficking allegations. And the details. Let's just say they paint a picture and it ain't pretty.
Yeah. Gotta be careful here, obviously. But you can't ignore how this flips the script on everything we think we know about Diddy. This isn't just messing around. This is about power and abusing it, plain and simple.
And remember that whole stay positive thing takes on a whole new meaning with this freak-off stuff in the documents. Imagine this. Diddy allegedly setting up, even filming these encounters with sex workers, using his power, his influence to basically run the show. Dark stuff. And it gets worse, right? I mean, we're talking about these manipulation tactics, allegedly.
Yeah.
Drugs, career promises, even straight up cash.
Yeah.
All used to control these women, they say. Not exactly the Diddy empowers image, huh?
Not even close. And it's not just one-off thing either. This pattern they're alleging.
Yeah.
Years, multiple women. It makes you wonder, you know?
About everything. Like, the dude's talking about giving back, helping kids, right? But then this other side, it's like, which one is real?
It's a hard question. And honestly, it makes you think about power in general. Diddy's not the first guy with money and fame accused of this kind of stuff. Not by a long shot.
Probably not the last, sadly. But this one, it hits different, I gotta say. Maybe it's the whole self-made story, right? Build himself up from nothing. To think that same drive, that ambition could be behind this, it's messed up.
For sure. Makes you think, how much of any celebrity is just like a performance and how much is real?
$1 million question, man. Well, let's get practical for a sec. What happens in AW? Career's over. Jail time. What are we looking at?
With these charges, plea deals probably come in, but even then, jail's on the table, no doubt. Racketeering alone, that's serious time. Then you add the victims, the timeline. Prosecution's got ammo for sure.
So even best case scenario, he's not walking away from this clean. Lawyers ain't cheap, reputation shot.
Exactly. Brands get skittish, business deals go south. This could be way bigger than just Diddy, you know? It ripples out to everyone he works with, too.
Whole lot of fallout to unpack. And I'm left with this feeling like we gotta talk about responsibility, right? Success comes with that. Power, especially. And when these accusations come out, no matter who it is, we gotta listen.
100%. This ain't just a Diddy problem, it's a everybody problem. Holding people accountable, no matter how big they seem, that's on us.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So now it's your turn. What do you think about all this? Diddy, the allegations, everything. Change your view. Hit us up on socials. Let's talk about it. Till next time, stay informed, stay curious, and keep asking those tough questions.
All right, so you wanted to unpack this whole P Diddy arrest thing. And honestly, same. I mean, just hearing P Diddy takes you right back. You know what I mean? The music videos, the style. I bet even people who aren't diehard fans have some image that pops into their head.
Oh, absolutely. He's undeniably iconic.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get into this arrest, we should probably rewind a bit. For anyone who maybe just knows the hits, Diddy's influence is huge. This is a guy who built an empire.
Right, and it's not just the music either. It's business fashion, that Ciroc deal. It's almost like this Midas touch. Everything he touches just explodes.
Exactly. And we have to mention the philanthropy too. The Sean Combs Foundation, his work in education, community building. We'll circle back to that. It gets really interesting.
Okay, now you've got me really intrigued. But first, let's get the facts straight about this arrest. Your article said it happened on insert date at insert location, but the charges themselves are still kind of murky, right?
Yeah, they haven't been officially confirmed yet, which is why everyone's speculating online. The article threw out a few possibilities, like give a couple examples from the source, avoiding speculation.
Yeah.
But we got to stress, those are just that. Possibilities, not confirmed at all.
Right, we're sticking to what we do know, and so far it's pretty bare bones. Diddy's team put out a statement, but it was the usual, saying they're aware of the situation, cooperating fully.
Standard legal stuff. What I did find interesting, though, is Diddy's own social media post. He didn't address the arrest directly, but the whole tone was very much, keep your head up, keep moving forward.
Classic Diddy. Like water off a duck's back. And that actually kind of makes sense, because if you think about it, this isn't exactly his first time dealing with controversy, right? It's like
Right.
where there's smoke.
There's usually a whole lot of backstory, and this time, oh, the court of public opinion is in overdrive. It's actually kind of fascinating how one event can just take over the internet like this.
Seriously, hashtag Free Diddy was trending instantly. That tells you something about his fan base, right? They are loyal. But then you mentioned those celebrity reactions, and the article pointed out how some of them were from his rivals.
Exactly. It just adds another layer when there's history there, don't you think?
For sure. It's like they were just waiting for a moment like this. But beyond those initial reactions, this whole thing got me thinking about the bigger picture. Like the article talked about Diddy's past and how that might be playing a role in how people are seeing this arrest.
That is where it gets interesting because, yeah, it's not just about this one incident, is it? It's about how what we do in the past, whether it's true or not, it shapes how people see us now.
Totally. And the article used that club incident from '99 as an example.
Right. And look, I'm not trying to rehash old news, but if this current situation also went down at a club or something similar, it kind of colors how we see everything, right? It all starts to fit a certain narrative.
Like this arrest is just another chapter in the P Diddy story. Almost like we expect a certain level of drama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as the article pointed out, that narrative, it can have real consequences, especially in the business world.
Oh, totally. Like, what does this mean for his brand partnerships? Could this mess up a Ciroc campaign?
It's definitely possible. This arrest could trigger a morals clause. Those are common in endorsement deals. Basically, it lets a brand back out if a celebrity does something that could hurt their reputation.
So it's not just legal trouble then, it's financial, reputational, all of it.
Exactly. But there's an even bigger conversation here that the article touched on, and it's about black celebrities in the justice system. This whole thing, unfortunately, kind of puts a spotlight on those systemic issues.
It's a difficult conversation, but an important one. It makes you wonder how much of our own biases we project onto public figures, especially in situations like this.
It's a valid point, and it speaks to how powerful perception is. We put people in boxes based on things they might have done, headlines, rumors, even if we don't have the full story.
This whole situation is so layered. It's not just about an arrest, it's about reputation race, how all those things play out in the court of public opinion, especially in the age of social media.
You got it. This arrest, while it is a personal thing for Diddy, it also kind of reflects bigger issues. And that's what makes it so fascinating and honestly worth taking a deeper look at.
This is a lot to unpack, and as much as we all love a little internet gossip, it's important to remember there's a real legal process happening here.
Right, absolutely. We can't get ahead of ourselves and start playing judge and jury.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean we can't reflect on things, Especially with someone like Diddy. He's kind of famous for bouncing back. I mean, how many times has he reinvented himself? Changed his name even?
Resilience is practically his brand. And that actually brings us to something the article mentioned, almost like a side note, his philanthropy, the Sean Combs Foundation.
Okay, now I'm interested. How does that play into all of this?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
What if this whole situation, as messy as it is, what if it becomes a turning point? Diddy has a huge GE platform, right? So what if he uses that to really push for change?
Yeah.
Specifically within the system that some people say has been tough on him.
Wow, that would be a powerful statement. And you know what? It's not totally out there. He has been vocal about certain causes in the past.
That's what I find so interesting about this whole thing. It's not just another celebrity arrest. It could be a catalyst. We're talking about accountability redemption, using your power for good. It brings up all these questions about individual actions within a system that has its own problems.
It really does make you think, how much do past actions matter when someone is trying to make a positive difference? Are they held to a different standard? It feels like we ask those questions a lot as a society.
It's that age-old debate, separating the art from the artist.
Right.
But here it's bigger than art. It's about social responsibility, the potential for change. And we can't forget the conversation about race, justice, accountability. All playing out in the public eye, there's no easy answers. But these are the kind of things we need to be thinking about.
No doubt. This has been eye-opening, to say the least. And it doesn't feel like we've heard the last of this story. Not even close.
Definitely not. And I think the biggest takeaway for everyone listening is just to keep asking those questions. The tough ones. Look beyond the headlines. Don't just take things at face value.
Couldn't agree more. Well said. As always, this has been amazing. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure.
And to everyone listening, keep digging, keep asking those questions, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.